Good. Lovely. 1 second. Discussion. In group, if anybody wants in, ping me. Lovely. I had a little tray. Where's my little tray gone? Where's my little tray gone? Oh, where's that gone? God, we've had so much complication. I was so excited about this shed. It sounds so pathetic, but it was the final ingredient. I've had the chairs back and the garden furniture, and the guy has sandblasted all the old paint off. They look so good. I'll send you a photograph. I thought he was going to acid bath them, which I found a little bit dark in a serial killer way, but he's actually sandblasted them. So they look great, although they've come across a kind of blue colour, which is a bit odd because I'd ordered all green cushions, but that looks really good. And so all that needed to be done now for the garden was just like the shed. And I ordered the shed. It was my mum's birthday on Sunday. And this guy has had 7 to 8 days to fulfill this. And just like literally every day, there's a different excuse. There's been a photograph of his child's head. He says, oh, my child hit her head. Then there's been a photograph of his barefoot in a cast, as in like, oh, I've hurt my ankle. He's such a bullshit merchant. He's not trying to fleece me out of the money. Like he's going to do the job, but he's just absolutely the most chaotic person. You know, I think what I suspect strongly has happened is that he used his down payment, his deposit, because he told me honestly in the week, he's very honest, he's like, oh, I'm really sorry, but I messed up a job yesterday, I've got to do a bench again, so I'm running 1 day late. And I suspect that he used my down payment to buy the wood to replace his bench for people, and that he then had to earn the money back to have the money to buy my shed stuff. But I'm like, how fucking shit are you that you hand to mouth to that degree and you're a business? For heaven's sake, have you not got any spending power? So fuck knows what's going on with that. Anyway, let's start with Denise. So say for me, it should have only taken him 2 days. It should have only taken him 2 days.
Il aurait dû lui faire que 2 jours.
Say for me, it takes me 2 days. It takes me 2 days.
Il me faut 2 jours.
The verb in question is falloir. Up you go. It takes me 2 days.
It takes me 2 days?
And again, it takes me 2 days.
Il me faut 2 jours.
It should have only taken me 2 days.
Il m'aurait fallu...
Why are we in the muff? It should have.
Il aurait.
Say to me, it should have taken me.
Il aurait dû me falloir que 2 jours.
Just because you're in the mood of a falloir thing, and a falloir thing would indeed go il me or il m'aurait fallu, you are in a modal it should have taken me first. And the should has to be dealt with, thus taking the pronoun to the falloir. Go again, Denise, say both for me. Il m'aurait fallu, il aurait dû me falloir. Il m'aurait fallu, il aurait dû me falloir. Say both for me, please.
Il m'aurait fallu, il m'aurait dû falloir.
No. What did you just do?
Il aurait dû me falloir.
That's it. Go again, yep.
Il m'aurait dû, il aurait dû...
No, I need no me if you've got il aurait dû me falloir. Don't put the me anywhere else, or il m'aurait fallu.
Il m'aurait fallu, il aurait dû me falloir.
Good. And again at speed.
Il m'aurait fallu, il aurait dû me falloir.
Good. While we're there, Denise, do for me. It could have taken me. You know, it could have taken me 2 days. It could have taken me 2 days.
Il aurait pu me falloir que 2 jours.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Well done. Who is to your left, Colin? I wasn't able to. Luke, just say it in English and Colin can deal with it. Everybody's really frustrated because it prevented us from having my mum's birthday party there on Sunday. Everybody's really frustrated because it prevented us from having my mum's birthday party there on Sunday.
Tout le monde sont très frustrés parce que nous évitons le célébrer le fête.
If you're going to go round a little bit. Right. If you're going to go round, think what sentence are you saying? So what sentence are you trying to say with éviter, which is to avoid? So what sentence are you trying to say? Tell me the sentence in English that you're trying to create. So don't just throw words. You've got to have if you're going to go round, think what you're trying to say. Right, let's go again. So say for me, everybody is very frustrated. What's the word for everybody?
Tout le monde.
Spell the word tout.
T-O-U-T.
Good. So is that singular or plural?
Singular.
Good. So what verb do we use with it? Singular or plural?
Yeah, singular.
So do we say tout le monde? Do we say tout le monde est or tout le monde sont?
Tout le monde est.
Good. So everybody's very frustrated. You've added a sneaky extra consonant to frustrated. Get rid of it. Everybody's very frustrated.
Tout le monde est très frustré.
Good. And again, say it again with less effort in the mouth.
Tout le monde est très frustré.
Good. I'm just going to try and get outside. Just 1 second. Oh, look at the storm. I can feel it. I love a summer storm. Good. Oh, good. Everybody's frustrated. Now, Colin, what's the verb to prevent? What's the verb to prevent?
Éviter.
No, that's to avoid.
Oh.
Empêcher.
Oh, empêcher. Empêcher.
Good. Say from it as an action, that prevented us from having my mother's birthday party at my house.
Ça nous a empêché.
Stand still. What verb did you just tell me, or rather did I just tell you, is to prevent?
Empêcher.
What verb did I just tell you? What did I tell you was the singular most important thing you need to do in your French? Listen and recreate the vowels. Copy the word I gave you, empêcher.
Empêcher. Empêcher.
So you listened, recognized the word, transcribed it, and read it back to me in a bullshit English accent. Didn't you? Because you're spelling it and reading it. No one said empêcher, did they? So what word did I tell you, Colin?
Empêcher.
Give me more hongy-hon. Give me the hongy-hon. Remember how the word feels. Empêcher. Remember how it feels.
Empêcher.
Good. And then you won't go wrong. And if you guys read well. That's what I always say to people. If you're going to read, at least read well. All right. Lovely. So that prevented us from having my mum's party. I've cut my head today, don't I? That prevented us from having my mum's party at my house.
Ça nous a empêché le fait à nous.
No, stand still. That prevented us from having my mum's party. Cole, what's the word for from?
De.
What's the verb to have?
Avoir.
How do you say my mother's birthday party?
La fête de ma mère. La fête anniversaire de ma mère.
Good. Nice mouth position. Ça nous a empêché d'avoir la fête d'anniversaire de ma mère chez moi. Put it together.
Ça nous a empêché.
No, empêché is the kit.
Ça nous a empêché.
No, will you bloody listen to vowels? I was just about to enjoy my gluten-free crumpet and you spoilt the moment. Empêche. What did I say? I told you to remember, pardon me, my mouthful. I told you to remember where those vowels were. Remember how a word feels, all of you. Empêcher, go.
Ça nous a empêché.
Empêcher, for the love of fucking God. Save me
Ça
pesh.
nous a
Pesh.
empêché.
Thank you. Go again.
Ça nous a empêché.
Denise, you're to his right on my screen, just for my own personal pleasure. Would you just hold up your right arm and just go like that? Just, that's it. No, just punch outwards to the right. Slap. Oh, Denise, you'd enjoy it.
It's
Pam's
okay.
a spoiled. Pam's spoiled. He does everything for her. He likes a strong woman. He won't be upset. He'll love it. Say the word for me. Empêcher.
Empêché.
Good. Don't go fucking wrong.
Ça nous a empêché.
From what?
Ça nous a empêché
D'avoir.
d'avoir la fête anniversaire de ma mère chez nous.
Good. Go again. We'll say more. Go again. Sama.
Ça nous a empêché à faire le...
Ça nous a empêché d'avoir. Come on.
Ah, ça nous a empêché d'avoir fait l'anniversaire.
No, I'm not moving on till you've got this. That prevented us from having my mother's birthday party at my house. Ça nous a empêché d'avoir la fête d'anniversaire chez ma mère. Chez moi.
Ça nous empêché d'avoir fait l'anniversaire de ma
I'm
mère.
going to deal with Stuart and Maggie and Tom, who's looking coiffed like a Disney prince. Quite where the wild head of hair is going. It's becoming this very chic thing. And by the time I've dealt with them, I will be coming back to you. If that is wrong, you will go on YouTube or the dark internet and watch Ceausescu's execution. It's coming. Madam Ceausescu going, I am the mother of this nation. Riddled with bullets. I'm giving you until those three are done. Good. Nathan, you can see the kind of material I watch to amuse myself when I'm alone. You can see the kind of material I watch. Actually, do you know what is so wrong? It's 6:40 in the week. To save me, you can see the kind of material I watch to enjoy myself.
Tu peux voir le genre de matière que je regarde pour m'amuser.
Babu? I found it quite powerful having spent some time in Romania.
Je l'ai trouvé assez puissant ayant passé un peu de temps en Roumanie.
Good. Notice in French is Roumanie. Yeah.
Roumanie.
And somebody from Romania is Roumain, as opposed to Romain, which is the Romans. Yeah, okay. Or like a French first name. Nathan, I even went there when I was 16. Mo, hang on. It was the month my brother got thrown out of school for selling weed. 15. I even got let back in to do his exam. I even went there when I was 15.
J'y suis venu même quand j'avais 15 ans.
Pardon me. Are you in Romania right now?
No.
Am I?
No.
So if you're speaking to somebody who's with you, you use come and go in the way that you know. If you're speaking to somebody who's in a country, you use come and go for the person that you're speaking with. Yeah? So I'm going to come and see you in America. So the fact is, neither of us are in Romania. So why are we using veneer? Have we go?
Right. J'y suis allé quand j'avais 15 ans.
I worked with HIV orphans.
J'ai
Can anybody
travaillé
have that
avec...
nice? I will execute you. I worked with HIV orphans.
J'ai travaillé avec des orphelins qui avaient la maladie SIDA.
God, we're doing our best to drag it out. Like, you know, you'll be telling me the blood group before we get to it. The word you're thinking of is, so SIDA is AIDS, okay, which very luckily, thanks to modern medicine, is not HIV. So HIV is VIH.
VIH.
Do you know, I translate that word quite a lot because Tom was given a deactivated form of the HIV virus. That was one of the things that got the new vector around his immune cells, around his stem cells, cellules souches, before they're injected back into him so that it would propagate around the body. Is that not amazing? That somebody took the hideousness which was on society, which is HIV. I mean, okay, fine, it's not automatically a death sentence now, but you know, it was for a lot of wonderful people. Is that not amazing that they've done that to save babies' life? I mean, that's just phenomenal, isn't it? Aren't people clever? And the guy who did this, Denise, can't even make a good cup of tea. He can't even make a nice cup of tea. I was like, how can you do that? You can build the human beings, but you can't do this. Lovely. So HIV positive is seropositive. Seropositive. Yeah?
Seropositive?
Seropositive. Okay.
What's sero?
Pertaining to the blood, serum, and all of that stuff. Yeah. So I worked with HIV. I mean, some of them were AIDS, actually. I'll be honest. But I worked with HIV orphans. Yeah, go again.
J'ai travaillé avec des orphelins séropositifs.
I'm going to call this one out. I don't care if the YouTube come after me. I stayed with nuns who lived in fucking luxury while the kids there had holes in the sheets from the urine.
Did you say I stayed with nuns?
Yeah. I stayed with nuns who lived in luxury while the kids had holes in the sheets from the urine.
J'ai été hébergé par des religieuses qui habitaient en luxe pendant que les orphelins avaient des trous dans leur... j'ai oublié le mot.
Drap. There's one of Britain's colonies that says drapes instead of curtains. So if you think of that, yeah, good. Lovely. Does anybody remember from any of last week's classes the word for duvet, comforter? And does anybody remember that?
Ampoule.
La couette.
Oh.
La couette. La couette. Okay. Good. Good. Stuart. I could quote where they came from. In fact, I think I'm going to do it. I could quote where they came from. In fact, I think I'm going to do it. Yep. No, now I could. Potentially now I could. So je pourrais. Yeah.
Je pourrais.
Begins with a C.
What?
Quote. Begins with a C. Cite, like cite, a citation.
When I've got it. Okay.
If you'd have not wasted your life doing science and you'd have gone and done a no salary arts degree, Stuart, something of use to society instead of learning about science. My God, if you'd wasted your time earning something with an array of salaried positions afterwards, and if you'd have gone and done a humanities degree like a sensible person with no promise of a future, you'd have had to talk about, you wouldn't have been publishing like lab results. You'd have been basically talking about, you'd have been citing. Well, to be fair, you can still cite something from a study. Yeah, and that would have been to cite, a citation. Yeah, cite, C-I-T-E-R.
Live on quote. Citations are our lifeblood. Citations are our currency. How much you're cited. It's
No, you mean how much your work is then cited rather than you citing other people, though, aren't you?
Right, but it's how much your site.
Yeah, of course. Oh, completely, yeah. Oh, I'm not being funny. I got a boner the first time academia.org said somebody has used your name in their thesis. I was like, oh, yeah, I can't deny. They're very clever though, all these websites. They say someone has quoted your work in their thing, but you can't see what the work is unless you pay the website. Anyway, that's another side to me which we don't talk about. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, cite. So up you go. So Sophie, I could quote where they're from. They're all female. Where they were from.
Je pourrais citer
imperfect, because it's description. D'où elle venait. D'où elle venait.
Oh, current. Okay.
Yeah, because it's description of where they came from.
Okay. D'où elle venait. En fait, je pense.
I'm going to do it. Je vais le faire. Just say, I'm going to do it. Je vais le faire.
Je vais le faire.
Good. Next sentence, Stuart. They were Irish nuns from Birmingham's Edgbaston Priory. I'm putting that out there. They lived in absolute affluence. They ate bloody well. Good. Okay. But they were quite cool because I taught them to tap dance. I don't know why, but one day we were just a bit bored and they all had these really hard-soled shoes on. And I was like, oh, those shoes make a nice noise. And the one woman went, yes, I've always dreamt of tap dancing. And I thought, I'll teach you to tap dance. So I remember giving nuns a tap class. I mean, that was the craziest thing I've ever done. Lovely. Okay. Stuart, I got attacked I got attacked after arriving. Romania is ace now. Romania is like just lovely, but it was savage in 1994. So I got attacked after arriving in Bucharest, and they stole the money that I had made to give to the orphanage. Oh God. So I got attacked after arriving in Romania. Yes. Yes.
Je me fais attaquer.
I got attacked is past tense.
Je me suis fait attaquer après avoir.
Correct grammar, but after arriving.
Après m'avoir.
Is it going to be avoir? Is it going to be avoir?
Oh, après mettre.
That's it. Après être arrivé, yeah.
Okay. Après être arrivé en Bucharest.
En Roumanie, yeah. En Roumanie, okay. I gave you lovely. And they stole the money I had made.
Ils ont volé ou piqué
lovely.
L'argent que
use the verb make. I'm not on about like, récolter or any other kind of like, clever word for for charity. Yeah, go with made.
They stole the money that you had. What? That you had?
Made.
Okay.
Go again. They stole the money. Give me to the end of the sentence.
Ils ont volé l'argent. J'avais fait.
Thank you. Why j'avais fait? And please explain it, because it's all geared up to explain why j'avais fait. Correct? Well done. Why? Tell me why.
Americans do not use the word had.
I know. But what has Lukey told you? Why is it I had made? in French? And to be honest with you, a lot of the time in English. I'd made. Why?
Well, it's English, and you had previously made the money. And
Forget the English. Forget the English. Because I would say to people, don't be listening to whether I say I'd or I've. Why grammatically in the French is it I had made? Why? Which came first? Them stealing the money or me making it?
Right. You made it first, and then they stole it.
So that's the point. So if you are showing me that one event in the past came before another, that's the way to do it. Yeah. Good. Oh, hi, Colin. Didn't see you there. What's your sentence?
Stuart's sentence?
No, yours. Although we did do this gorgeous thing on Thursday. I gave Akshej such an ass kicking on Thursday. I was like, will you stop timing out after 2 words and will you bloody work? I really am sick of it, Akshej. Work. I like you very, very, very much as a person, but bloody work. Oh my God, he was phenomenal. He was so good for the rest of the class. He was really, really good. And one of the things that we installed, Megan came to join us. It's nice to have some female company. One of the things I installed was I made the next person say the sentence that the other person had just said, so they're all listening. Good. But your sentence, the one I've asked you to practice, well, these three you've gone. Ça nous a empêché d'avoir la fête d'anniversaire de ma mère chez moi. Ça nous a empêché d'avoir la fête d'anniversaire de ma mère chez moi. Have a go.
Ça nous a empêché d'avoir fait la fête anniversaire.
It prevented us from having, just simply from having. Ça nous a empêché d'avoir.
D'avoir.
Okay.
Ça nous a empêché d'avoir faire
No. From avoir to la fête. From having the fête. Yeah.
D'avoir la fête.
Yep.
Ça nous a empêché d'avoir la fête de ma mère.
La fête d'anniversaire de ma mère.
L'anniversaire de ma mère chez moi.
And again, because that was Franken's sentence. It was Franken's sentence. I could see all the stitches on it.
Ça nous a empêché d'avoir la fête de ma mère anniversaire.
No, la fête d'anniversaire de ma mère.
La fête anniversaire de ma mère chez moi.
And again.
Ça nous a empêché d'avoir la fête de ma mère.
No, then my mum's birthday, not my mum's party. La fête d'anniversaire de ma mère.
La fête anniversaire de ma mère chez moi.
Good. Lovely. Tom. Tom, you look like a prince from any old Disney movie. The way you've styled your hair. You look like a prince from any old Disney movie, the way you've styled your hair.
Tu ressembles à un prince de n'importe quoi film de Disney. Comment tu t'es coiffé?
There was a lot of bad accuracy in that. I'm so sorry, I've got hummus all over my mouth. Tu ressembles à un prince. I was worried about prince. I was expecting prince, I'll be honest. I was happy. The n'importe. What's the word that's going to come after n'importe if I'm then going to still quote a noun?
N'importe lequel? N'importe quoi?
N'importe quel.
N'importe quel.
Yeah, n'importe quel. Okay.
N'importe
So
quel.
n'importe quel film de Disney. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Or un film de Disney, quoi que ce soit. Yeah. So n'importe film, n'importe quoi, n'importe putain de merde, n'importe quel film de Disney. Good. Lovely. Tom, I spoke about you today with Jack because I was talking about people, and I mean this with all the love in the world, who moved to France before their French was where it is now. I spoke about you today with Jack because I was talking about people I work with who moved to France before their French is what it is now.
J'ai parlé de toi avec Jacques aujourd'hui parce que j'ai parlé des gens avec... Non, j'ai parlé
Yeah,
avec des
yeah.
gens avec qui je travaille, avec qui je travaille.
I'm going to say something quite controversial. Your French is better than you think it is now. Close your mouth a bit more, and it will allow you to slide around the vowels a bit. The vowels are ace. You know, Denise will back me up. There's no bad vowels in what you've just said, and they didn't just sound okay. It sounded really good. So slide around a bit more. Close your mouth. Yeah, close your mouth. Yeah, I might regret saying this, but close your mouth. Bring your teeth together a little bit more. Yeah. Go again. So I spoke about you today. I was talking with Jack about people I work with who's French, who moved to France before, let's say before their French was what it is now. Yep, go again.
J'ai parlé de toi aujourd'hui. J'ai parlé avec Jacques, des gens avec qui je travaille, qui déménagé en France avant que
Oh, go on. I'm getting a semi. Before their French is what it is now.
avant que ton français.
Their French. Avant
Sans
que le...
français, sans français.
No.
Le
Their
français.
French. Thank
Le
you. Yeah.
français. Avant que le français ne soit comme c'est maintenant.
We even got the ne expletive. Fuck me. Well done. Je parlais de toi aujourd'hui. Je parlais des gens qui ont déménagé. Everybody always wants to make that reflexive. If anybody's done any Spanish, read at the moment. Everything goes via Spanish. Mudarse, reflexive. Qui ont déménagé, reflexive. Not reflexive. Je parlais de toi aujourd'hui. Je parlais des gens qui ont déménagé en France avant que le français soit ce que c'est maintenant. Okay? Go again, Tom. That was nice.
J'ai parlé déjà de des gens qui ont déménagé avant que la France ne soit comme c'est maintenant.
Was it before France was like it is today, before their French?
Avant que le français ne soit comme c'est maintenant.
Good. Or ne soit comme il est, you could have used because le français, you're citing the previous noun, that would have been acceptable. Good.
Ouais.
Well done. Clap. Denise, copy this word. Échafaudage.
Échafaudage.
That I don't know why. In fact, let's go and have a look. People. I don't know why, but the house opposite has had scaffolding on it for 6 months. It looks great. Whatever they're doing, I think they're doing, like, you know, the pointing and stuff. But for 6 months, who is their director of, you know, is it the guy that's doing my shed? Yeah. Just said to me, I don't know why. Pardon me while everybody comes in my back alley. I'll turn the blur off so you can see. Allow background blur.
Probably football. The Euro Cup.
My lovely hydrangea. All right, you look very smart. So I'm just showing my French group how there's been a fucking scaffolding. We're learning the word for scaffold, so I'm showing them how there's been scaffolding over there for like since I was 17. The neighbour, too long, the lady with the auburn hair, she was saying they've got the most beautiful red rose. I said, yeah, I remember it. She says, oh, they've yanked it down. Do you think it will grow back? And I was like, well, it's kind of hard to do the pointing with a rose on the building. Can you see people? Is the blur on? Turn the camera. Talking to me. Hang on, one second. No, she's not even responded to me yet. Oh yeah, but let's have a little look. No, I've not had that. No, I've not had that. God.
I didn't think so. Otherwise, maybe you'd have said something or.
Well, that's bloody annoying because I've got some stuff ordered.
Well, I mean, it does say on the text about a little gardening. Well, there's.
She just doesn't want to be beholden to anybody. That's all it is.
Two pieces of fencing, sort of that bit up there.
Yeah.
Up till now, I suppose it's been mine. I'm not interested in gardening. I'm not interested in.
You just want a nice place to sit.
I'd be happy to mow the lawn. And
do you know what,
the
Steve?
grass.
Our error is communicating about it, isn't it? My error. I shouldn't have even asked. That's the error. But we know. We know from previous experience. We know. Shouldn't have even said anything. Shouldn't have even said anything. Should have got us a second-hand lawnmower, just done it and not even said shit. Oh, never mind. Good. So say for me, my housemate is depressed because he's received a mean text message, and that's going to go to Denise. My housemate is depressed. Forget a chapeautage. My housemate is depressed because he's received a mean text message.
Mon coloc est déprimé parce qu'il avait reçu un SMS méchant.
Good. What word did you use for depressed?
Déprimé.
Good. Can we have a bit more the relevant twang? Déprimé.
Déprimé.
Yeah. Think of the physical location of a word, the sensation of a word, not just the look of it. Déprimé. Okay. Alors mon coloc est déprimé parce qu'il a reçu un SMS très méchant. Go again.
Mon coloc est très déçu parce qu'il a reçu un SMS méchant.
Now, just that smidge more of hon was great. Yeah, déçu, déprimé, whichever. I was expecting it.
Je l'ai prévu.
Now, ever so funny that you've used that verb, because I was speaking to, who did I use that with? Isaac today, and we were talking about expect, and he used prévoyant or something like that. Prévoir for expect is like to forecast. It's a little bit formal. So what's the main verb to expect? I'm about to do a video on this, by the way. What's the main verb to expect?
Anticiper.
Yeah, so anticiper, but the main verb is attendre. What do you need to do to attendre to make it expect? S'attendre à.
Okay.
Yeah. So it becomes an ABC. It can go to a noun. So je m'attendais au résultat. Or, je m'attendais à ce qu'il perde. I was expecting him to lose. Subjunctive, you'll notice. So there's two main facts that you need to know with expect. Fact number one, that attendre can become an ABC verb. S'attendre à ce que, s'attendre à plus a thing. The second fact with that is that a lot of the time we will just use attendre as well. So if you've got any form of anticipation, fine, you can use s'attendre à. If you've got like, I expect really good, I expect. So if it's a bit like exigent, a little bit of a demand, I expect the finest, whatever, I expect a better result from you. J'attends. There's loads of times, if you go to expect from word reference and you scroll down, so many of those will be attendre. Yeah. So I'm going to do a video on this. I'm not going to talk on this too much, but be comfortable with s'attendre à and je m'y attendais. Like, obviously, if you've got an ABC verb, how to turn it around. Do get that in your mouth. Do a little play with it. But a lot of the time, we can just use attendre as well, which I'll be talking about in said video. And for all it's an ABC with an A, you will also hear, as well as je m'y attendais, you'll also say je m'attendais pas à ça. You'll also hear that as well, you know. Good, Denise. So for me, I need to book my tickets for France because I'm seeing Tom in July. I need to book my tickets for France because I'm seeing Tom in July.
Je dois commander mes billets pour voir Tom pour France parce que j'irai Tom en juillet.
I need to book my tickets for France because I'm seeing Tom in July. And again.
Je dois commander mes billets pour la France parce que je vais voir Tom en juillet.
Good. And in common French, you can say je vois. Like it's planned. Oui, je vois Tom en juillet. Je vois réserver. Je dois réserver mes billets pour la France. La France. Oui, so give me a bit more honey on Denise. Hold back. Je dois réserver mes billets. Corbeau, a crow, a corbeau. Je dois réserver mes billets pour la France parce que je vois Tom en juillet.
Je dois réserver mes billets pour la France parce que je vais...
Now, I'm not hearing pour la France. I need the honey on pour la France.
Pour la France. Okay.
Make it reach me, pour la France.
Pour la France.
Nice, that's clearer. That's clearer. Go again.
Je dois réserver mes billets pour la France parce que je vois Tom en juillet.
Good. His behavior is fabulous because he barely comes out of his bedroom. He's not a naughty kid. His behavior is fabulous because he barely comes out of his bedroom. God, at that age, I'd done everything, and I mean everything. So for me, his behavior is fabulous because he barely comes out of his bedroom.
Son comportement est fantastique parce qu'il vraiment sort de sa chambre.
Go again, yeah.
Son comportement est fantastique parce qu'il rarement il sort rarement de sa chambre.
Sort or sort?
Sort.
Good. Like an idiot, I've just dropped hummus on my so hummus, masculine. I've just dropped hummus on my, and then this is a vest in English, but white beater, sleeveless tee, débardeur. So t-shirt sans manche. So I've just dropped hummus on my vest. Yeah. Denise.
Je viens de laisser.
Je viens ou je viens? Je viens ou je viens?
Je viens.
That's it. Remember the location.
Je viens de laisser tomber du mousse sur ma...
Je viens de laisser tomber what?
De l'humus.
Thank you, because it's not all hummus. Yeah? Je viens de laisser tomber de l'humus. That's it. That was the bit I was interested in. Pardon me 1 second while I... Pardon, there's a bit of frottage. If you've ever had a massage, effleurage, as opposed to frottage. Savonner, the verb savonner. Yeah. Lovely. Colin, tell me, Luke, do you take clothes with you between the houses, or do you have different clothes in London and in the countryside? Tell me, Luke, do you take clothes with you between the houses? I'm going to put a coat on, it's getting a little bit cooler. Tell me, Luke, do you take clothes with you between the houses, or do you have different clothes in London and the countryside?
Dis-moi, Luc, tu prends les vêtements entre les maisons ou tu as les vêtements à les deux maisons dans la campagne et dans la ville de Londres?
Lovely. So, à la ville. Sorry, dans la ville. What? There was one thing. Yes, aller. Aller will become. What does aller become?
Oh.
Thank you. That's it. Lovely. And now just said me à Londres.
À Londres. Oui.
Good. We could have used apporter, but we're fine with prendre as well. That's absolutely fine. Lovely. Colin, I've got some chicken left and some kale. Kale is kale cabbage. Le chou kale. Le chou kale. I've got chicken left and some kale, but I want to eat a Snickers. I'm going to be honest, I'm in such a mood for Snickers. So say for me, I've got chicken left and some kale, but I want to eat a Snickers.
Je me reste le poulet.
Stand still. What's the subject in the sentence? I've got something left. Not je.
Oh, il me.
Thank you. Use Denise's example. Use the twang. Is it il or il?
Il.
Thank you. Go slowly. Navigate through the hon-hi-hon.
Il me reste du poulet et
Boys, standing still. Could you all hear that better? With just that bit more of twang. Could you all hear that better? Now apply that to yourselves. And also be aware that your own voice played through your own skull's vibration sounds way more interesting than it actually is. So give me more variation. Yeah? Otherwise, you can't hear it. Okay. Il me reste. Yeah.
Il me reste du poulet et de choux, mais je préfère manger le Snicker.
Good. Or un Snickers. Okay. Lovely, Colin. What you've just done made your voice much more interesting. What you've just done made your voice much more interesting.
Ce que tu viens de la faire, c'est...
Why le? Ce que tu viens de was gorgeous, but why le faire? What you've just done. Ce que tu viens de faire. Go again.
Ce que tu viens de faire est...
Made your voice much more interesting.
Ce que tu viens de faire fait le voix plus intéressant.
Stand still before I execute you. What is the verb to make something? An adjective.
Oh, prendre.
Good, go again.
Ce que tu viens de faire, ça rendre quelque chose.
No, don't just guess tenses. Don't just guess. Where are we going? What you've just done made your voice more interesting.
Rendre sa voix plus
No. Don't just guess. Made. Where are we tense-wise in made?
Ça rendu.
Stand still. Answer me in English. Where are we tense-wise with made?
Past.
There's no such tense as the past. Are we in action past or descriptive past?
Action past.
Good. What does that have?
An auxiliary.
Good. That's it. What you just did, made with an auxiliary.
Ça rendu.
Now stand still. What you just did, made. Just did that. So, what you just did, made. Up we go.
Ça tu viens de...
No. You've just done gorgeous work. What you just did, made. Put it all together. You've already done the first bit. So could you...
Ce que tu...
Right, you're overthinking. Come on. Accuracy, work harder. What you've just made. Just do that bit. What you've just done. What you've just done.
Ce que tu viens de faire.
Good. Now add on the end of it, made, and we know the verb that we're dealing with, and we know the tense that we're dealing with. Ce que tu viens de faire.
Ce que tu viens de faire, ça a rendu...
No, look at me. Why ça? Ce que tu viens de faire is referring to a noun. It might be a rather embellished way of referring to it, but it's a noun clause. What you've just made is whatever, has whatever. Yeah, shoots whatever. I don't need, I could do what you've just done, that, but I'm not doing that. I can just go straight into the verb. Say to me what you've just made, and then into the verb of what you've just done, made your voice more interesting. Ce que tu viens de faire, and go straight into that tense.
Ce que tu viens de faire a rendu plus intéressant.
Made what more interesting? Your voice.
Ah, ça a rendu la voix plus intéressante.
Intéressante.
Ah oui, ça a rendu le faire sa voix plus
No,
intéressante.
don't guess. Go again with accuracy. Don't change shit. Don't final hurdle.
Ce que tu...
You can remember it. I'm not going to give it you. Come on.
Ce que tu viens de faire a rendu ta voix plus intéressante.
Good man. Do you need rescuing? Lovely. Good. I think I missed Maggie the first time round. I do apologise, Maggie. Let's make you do something hideous and vile now. But enough about Howard. Lie back and think of England. I've seen Howard. He's a very handsome chap. Luke, I'm just happy to be here because you're neither my son nor my daughter. Luke, I'm just happy to be here because you're neither my son nor my daughter.
Luc, je suis contente d'être ici.
No, we're not in Spanish. De estar. What's to be? D'être. Come on, don't say d'être.
Je suis contente d'être ici parce que tu n'es pas ma fille ou mon fils.
Good. Tu n'es ni ma fille ni mon fils. I tell everybody I am going to be in the attic and to leave me in peace. I tell everybody I'm going to be in the attic and to leave me in peace.
Je dis à tout le monde que je vais être dans mon grenier.
Grenier, yeah, and to leave me in peace.
De me laisser en paix.
De me foutre la paix.
De me foutre en paix.
If you say to me, leave me in peace, fous-moi la paix. Okay, good. Okay. I have to show you something. Sometimes you guys need a little visual. Discussion. Good. What's the gender of peace?
Feminine, I think.
Good. God, have I cut my head? Have I done that? So la paix, fous-moi la paix, and again, fous-moi la paix.
Fous-moi la paix.
Good. What is le paix?
Don't know.
I hate toilet humour with a passion, but a fart.
Oh.
Yep, a fart.
But you don't spell it the same, is that right?
No, for the obvious fucking reason that it's not the same one. Yeah. One is P-A-I-X, like from the Latin, obviously. And one is like P-E-T, like as in, yeah. Yeah. Good. What's the other gendered one that I was explaining to people the other day? La partie, le parti, pay, another homonym. Another homonym. I can't remember. Good. Maggie, another one. Luke, following what you've just told me, I'm going to have to be really careful. Following what you've just told me, I'm going to have to be really careful.
Luc, suite à ce que tu me dis,
Following what you've just told me.
suite à ce que vient de dire, vient de me dire.
Following what you've just told me, suite à ce que tu viens de me dire.
Suite à ce que tu viens de me dire.
Good. Now, at your level, the suckers and the as and the does and all of this stuff should be very quick. Suite à ce que tu viens de me dire.
Suite à ce que vient de me dire.
And I need to hit the two. Suite à ce que tu viens de me dire.
Suite à ce que vient.
Put your teeth together. Suite à ce que tu viens.
Suite à ce que tu viens de me dire.
Good. We had a double sucker there, so we only need one. Suite à ce que tu viens de me dire.
Suite à ce que tu viens de me dire.
Good. Don't say the words, hon, the words. Suite à ce que tu viens, hon, suite à ce que tu viens.
Suite à ce que vient.
No, you're trying to say it with the vibration being in the same place, down all the way through. The vibration is going to have to move. Mouth is going to stay still. Vibration is going to move. Suite à ce que tu viens de me dire. Colin, I like the color you're wearing. Suite à ce que tu viens de me dire. Suite à ce que tu viens de me dire. Suite à ce que tu viens de me dire.
Suite à ce que tu viens de me dire. Je dois être très.
Je dois faire attention.
Je vais faire attention, oui.
Good. I forgot to send. I got sent a photograph of my chairs and tables. I should have sent it, you guys. I got sent a photograph of my chairs and tables. I should have sent it, you guys.
Envoyer une photo de mes chaises et mes chaises.
Matt, I can't hear you, and you're speaking French.
Oh.
So go again with more like Denise, and it will rise above the. Yeah, there's a natural thing with a microphone of somebody making consonants. I don't want to hear. Nathan will send us beautiful photographs of the New England trees. Come autumn, come the fall. I'm looking forward to that. But I don't want to hear him running through the leaves now. A, because he could get a tick. I'll wind up with that shit Bella Hadid did. Or B, what is it, Lyme's disease? And B, I just don't want to hear them on the phone. So give me more hon he hon he hon he hon he hon he hon he hon. Unless if I go yeah, give me more hon he hon. Right? So say for me, I got sent a photograph. Of the chairs and the table, and I forgot to send it. You guys. Go again.
J'ai reçu une photo de les chaises et la table et
j'ai reçu, ou on m'a envoyé, you gave me the first time, ou quelqu'un m'a envoyé une photo des chaises et de la table.
De la table, okay.
De la table, lovely. I forgot to send it you.
J'ai oublié de l'envoyer.
To send it you?
J'ai oublié de vous l'envoyer.
And again, j'ai oublié de vous l'envoyer.
J'ai oublié de le renvoyer.
Go again?
J'ai oublié de vous l'envoyer.
Good. All right. Nathan. Yes, Luke.
I'm so sorry, I've got to go again early.
I'm sorry I forgot to.
No, that's fine.
Maggie's favourite French class ever. She's like, yeah, you didn't get to do this. Nathan, say for me, yes, Luke, I'm looking forward to this period, and and I will keep my promise. I will send you photographs. Yes, Luke, I'm looking forward to this period, and I will keep my promise. I will send you photographs.
Oui, Luc, j'attends avec impatience cette époque de ma vie et je garderai ma promesse à vous. J'envoyerai
The
des
accent is
photos.
exquisite, but I'm looking for something in particular. I'm looking for an advertising slogan from I'm looking for an advertising slogan. Where has it gone? They were such a big thing for a while. I can't find it. Denise, do you remember? I think it was quite big in the States for a while and then it vanished. Do you remember a skincare line called ROC, R-O-C? Have you ever come across those?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
ROC.
Yes.
They were the pioneers of Retin A, like non-prescription strength. They were the pioneers of like non-prescription, vitamin A derivative, skincare. They were really, really the market leaders, and then they just vanished. I don't know what happened to them. Their slogan was ROC, promesse tenue. So Nathan, what partner verb does that tell us about promise?
Tenir.
Tenir. Yep. Not garder or anything like that. Good.
Oui.
So for me, I'm going to keep my promises. I'm
Je
gonna
tiendrai,
hold to my promises, right?
oui.
Yep.
Je tiendrai mes promesses à vous.
Je tiens.
Je tiendrai ma promesse à vous.
Oh!
Je tiendrai ma promesse à vous.
Thank you. Also, I didn't say I will, but I'm glad you went there because it displayed that bit of shitness. I'm going to. It isn't about. It's like had. It's not about what this dumb asshole says. It's not about that. It's that in English, like in French, well, when in English, Nathan, and if you don't know this, you don't know this because most people don't. When in English do we use gonna? I know that's a corruption. I'm going to, as opposed to when do we use will? Any idea when one overtakes the other?
No.
Listen to these sentences. Yay, I'm going to see, let's go back in time a couple of weeks. Yay, I'm going to see Nathan tonight. Lovely. He will arrive at 7:30. His train will arrive at 7:30. He will be in the main concourse of the train station. We're going to walk around London. Any ideas so far from those sentences? What gonna gets given in the future and what will gets given in the future?
Is it a more specific timestamp?
Gonna is plans and will is data. Generally. What are you doing today? I'm going to see Stuart. We're going to go to the public library. Really? Yes. Remind me public library at the end of this when I'm not recording something, will you please? New York Public Library. Yes, they've got a new exhibition in whatever collection, which will be open from the data. Yeah. Lynn and I will be there, Luke, says Stuart. Yeah, we will be there, Luke, count on us. Oh, Lynn and I are going to be there. That's within our plans to be there. So I guess if we're there, we could see you. Do you see how it's got like a slightly more like that's our plans versus this is data, you know? Lovely. Lynn and I need to meet. We need to compare notes on how we get Stuart to do shit. We could learn so much from each other. Lovely. Eyes down, eyes down. Eyes down, it's the cops. Damn, I'm outside. Damn. If you've seen Logan's Run, it's because I'm almost 25. Tom, have you seen that movie? I'm more than a number. I'm also 4 years away from being twice 25. Good. Yeah. So one more, Nathan. I still haven't worked out how I'm going to get from Besançon to Italy. But I know I'll have to cross Switzerland, which is lovely. I still haven't worked out how I'm going to get from Besançon to Italy, but I know I'm going to have to cross Switzerland, which is lovely.
J'ai pas figuré comment je vais aller de Besançon en Italie, mais je vais passer à travers d'Italie, qui est super.
Yep. Je vais traverser l'Italie.
Je vais traverser d'Italie.
Mm-hmm. Good. Tom, I'm going to enter Switzerland. I shall sing like Maria von Trapp. No. Say for me, if I'm not mistaken, I have 16 hours of trains. Or as you put it, a 3-hour train journey in German local trains, which becomes 16 hours of trains. So say for me, if I'm not mistaken, I have 16 hours of trains.
Si je ne me trompe pas, j'ai 16 heures de train.
Good, Tom. I was going to do it in the other direction 3 years ago. No, 3 years ago, but I picked up bloody COVID. I was going to do it in the other direction 3 years ago, but I picked up bloody COVID.
Je l'avais fait dans l'autre direction il y a 3 ans.
Soften the word direction, go again. I was going to do it.
Je l'allais...
I thought I heard that. I was going to do it. No. I've never in my history.
J'allais, oh my God. J'allais le faire.
Good. What did you say for me, which I might quote?
What did I say?
What did you say the first time?
Je l'allais faire.
I know, which I've literally never fucking heard.
No, never. No.
I don't mean I've not heard it in France. I think that speaks for itself. I mean, I've literally never heard it from a student. Just like, yeah. So, j'allais le faire.
J'allais le faire il y a 3 années.
Il y a 3 ans.
Il y a 3 ans.
What they're doing, right? As a general rule, and there are obviously exceptions, but as a general rule, the masculine options with things like en versus année, jour versus journée, soir versus soirée, is if you are literally talking the units and it can be counted, go with the masculine. As opposed to throughout, a bit more specific, tends to be the feminine. Yeah? So we're just talking three, like, Tom, how old are you? Tu as quel âge?
J'ai 38 ans.
T'as 38 ans. So basically, whilst to me, every one of those years is precious to me, and you know, you are the person that you are, and I'm very happy that you are, we're just counting as units. So 38 ans. Cette année, l'année dernière, l'année prochaine, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, so il y a 3 ans. So I was going to do the opposite. I was going to do the opposite 3 years ago. In the other way around, but I caught fucking COVID.
J'allais faire
le contraire. Opposé existe, but contraire is better, yeah.
J'allais faire le contraire il y a 3 ans, mais j'ai attrapé putain le COVID.
Good. Chris didn't take it seriously, but I said I didn't want to kill anybody's grandmother. Tom, Chris didn't take it seriously, but I said I didn't want to kill anybody's grandmother.
Chris pensait que c'était pas trop sérieux, mais je voulais pas tuer la grand-mère de quelqu'un.
Almost perfect vowels, but the one you ended on was my classic clanger. Say for me the word someone again.
Quelqu'un.
All I'm going to say is Tom's sex noise. What is Tom's sex noise?
Oh,
go again.
One
more time. Okay, that's me done. That's what it took. Lovely. Where's that wet sponge from the hummus? Go again. Now say somebody.
Quelqu'un.
Thank you. Where are you going? I know you think I'm all silly and whatever. Do you get my point, people? What's the physical sensation of a word? Quelqu'un, quelqu'un. On, un, on, 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 on. Yeah, it's a different location, isn't it? Yeah. So say for me, somebody.
Quelqu'un.
Don't hide in the throat. I'll find you. Quelqu'un.
Quelqu'un.
Good, because quelqu'un is what an arsehole. Yeah. All right. Lovely. Good. Apart from that, lovely, Tom. So much improved on the vowels. So much improved. Like not even just better. Like it sounds nice. We're starting to enjoy your voice in French. Sounds very, very nice. Good man. Very good. Lovely. Stuart. He said he didn't care. He said he didn't care. Whenever we've got an expression, my clue to you guys is always say, I don't care in the present tense. Any expression, any verbal thing, because let's be honest, you guys love to put all phrasal verbs into the same melting piss pot. Go to the present tense with something to do with yourself. Then find the pattern and play with it. So let's do that out loud, Stuart. How do you say present tense, I don't care? And there are multiple ways, but how do you say I don't care?
Je m'en fous.
Gorgeous choice. Your brain might come up with that more readily than he didn't care. So now let's take je m'en fous and let's look at that pattern and say he didn't care. And he didn't care is in the past. So basically, let's decide whether we're going to go with like a one-off action or as a general description of Chris's opinion with me with COVID, he didn't care. So how are you going to say he didn't care? You've just said je m'en fous. Pop it in the tense I need.
Ils sont.
Ils sont is good. Ils sont. So which tense are we going into, Stuart? Are we going to the passé composé or the imparfait?
Ils sont foutés.
Good. What I like is that Stuart dealt with the pronoun first and then decided to think about verbs. Because as he's been told, and as you guys were told last week, that's the way to do it. That's it. Yeah? Yeah. Do you remember me saying that, Colin? Deal with the pronouns unless you've got a to form coming up. Nice, Stuart. Ils sont foutés. Stuart, using the word ça as your first word, how would you say I don't mind? I don't mind. Present tense. Ça m'est égal, yeah?
Oh, Semitic. Oh, it's all the same.
Semitic. And how would you say he doesn't mind? Present tense. Now, look at Auntie Lukey. I wish I could forward this class to you people, but they don't. They're not part of the whole sharey thing. But I teach a lovely guy called Paul, who's a barrister. I teach another guy called Paul, who you know, who's a lawyer, whose class you get in the homework group. This is Paul and Susie, his lovely wife. Hang on, I'm bloody talking. You shouldn't be thinking, good God, New Yorkers. Fuck me, I was married to one. I'm fucking immune to their shit. If you, and this came up in their class, you comfortably go, ça m'est égal. And you know that expression. But if I then ask you to say, you don't mind, or he doesn't mind, all of you suddenly decide to make the subject what the subject is in English. What's the pissing subject word, Stuart, in the expression ça m'est égal? What's the subject word?
Ah.
So seeing as I've kept going on about patterns, yes, what is the first word in he doesn't mind?
Ça.
Thank you. In the expression il me faut, what's the subject word, Stuart?
Il.
So what is the subject word in they don't mind, Stuart?
Ça.
No, in the expression il me faut.
They don't mind. I think I saw the same. Il.
Thank you. All right. But the brain always wants to go, nous, vous. And I'm like, no. So the grammatical argument is that the thing that changes, or the thing that tells us about that, is the second verb, is the second noun, is the second pronoun. But you guys could be like, oh yeah, you know, I love it. Sam me play. He loves it. Il lui. No. Yeah, keep to your pattern. All right. So if it's ça m'est égal, the first word we're using is ça. And how would you say he doesn't mind, Stuart? Ça lui est égal. Good. So how would you say he didn't mind? Which is also a description. And again? Good. I've got some form of, you know New York Henge, Stuart. You know New York Henge, when they've got like the light between the two. I've got like my own little New York Henge thing going on up here. Good. So he said he didn't mind. I said I would be happy. Lac de Com is Lake Como. So I said I would be happy to go to the lake as long as there was nobody where we were. As it was in the end, I wore 2 masks and walked around Bellagio. Bellagio as in what the? Speak English, Luke. Bellagio as in yes. The place. What the hotel is named. That is correct English. As what the place is named after in Vegas. Such a nice. So if you look at Lake Como and you look at like the upside down V, Bellagio is at the top, the bottom point. So the angle of the V, but the bottom point of it. Bellagio, go on Google Maps and walk your little yellow man round. It's such a pretty place. So say for me, Stuart, I said I would be prepared to go to the lake as long as there was nobody there. And we swam in the lake. I had COVID. I mean, despite all my health problems because of Cipro, when I had COVID, I literally, other than the fact I could smell and taste nothing. We played this game where Chris put dark chocolate and Tati put smoked salmon, and other than the texture, I could not tell the difference. It was so frightening. But bear in mind there were people lying on a fucking ventilator unable to breathe. I think I did quite well. Poor people. So say for me, as long as there is nobody there, I'm happy to go to the lake. As long as there's nobody there, I'm happy to go to the lake.
J'ai dit tant que il y a quelqu'un.
There's nobody there. What's the word for nobody beginning with a P?
Personne. Il y a. Oh my God. Il y a personne là.
Good. Autant qu'il n'y aura personne là, as long as there will be nobody there, as long as there won't be anybody there, or à condition qu'il n'y ait. I'm a much more common user of à condition que plus subjunctive. I know tant que is easy to say, but à condition que is just in my mouth. Ouais, à condition qu'il n'y ait personne là, ça fait à condition qu'il n'y ait personne là.
À condition qu'il y a personne.
No, what did I say comes after à condition
qu'il y ait personne là.
That's it. All right. Good. Lovely. And Stuart, and I saw the village on the other side of the lake where my Auntie Gwen, she's not a blood auntie, where my Auntie Gwen's son, Matthew, married Poppy. And I saw the village on the other side of the lake. The only reason I'm saying she's not a blood auntie, she's amazing. I love her to death. She's cool. She's a really good friend in her own right. Lovely. But because you'd be like, well, why would you say your auntie's son rather than your cousin or something? Do you see what I'm saying? I just mean she's like a love auntie, not a blood auntie. So, like friends of your mom when you're little. So say for me, and I saw where my Auntie Gwen's son, Scott, married Poppy. Stuart.
J'ai
and I saw on the other side of the lake, and I saw on the other side of the lake. Yeah.
J'ai vu dans l'autre côte du lac.
Is it côte or côté?
Côté, sorry. L'autre côté du lac.
Lake Como's big, but it hasn't got a coast. Okay, we're not in Chicago. All right. I forgot.
Vu dans notre côté du lac où ma tante Gwen,
My Auntie Gwen's son, Scott. How am I going to put that together?
ou
No, get me the. I'm interested in the word order. I'm interested in the word order. My Auntie Gwen's son, Scott. What's the word order going to be? Scott, le fils de ma tata Gwen. Yeah, Scott, le fils de ma tata Gwen.
Le fils de ma tante. Scott, le fils de ma tante.
No, I want to hear twang, Stuart. Listen. Scott, le fils de ma tata Gwen.
Scott, le fils de ma tata Gwen.
Can we all acknowledge how super clear that was? Well done. I know I'm a boring old gay, but when you guys do what I tell you about twangs, it's not just Luke who's happier, you're all happier, and French people can hear you, right? Okay, married Poppy. Poppy is his now wife. Married Poppy.
Marie Poppy.
You're taking the gorgeousness of Bellagio away from me. Who is the only person who can marry somebody else?
The priest.
A priest or a rabbi or a, any religious leader. That's fine. So to marry someone else is se marier via a preposition to somebody else. But there's a much easier verb. So that would have been se marier, whatever. Avec. There's a much easier verb. Épouser. Épouser. Yeah, that's a basic transitive verb. No problem, no problem, no problem. Basic bitch transitive verb. No problem. No problem. All right. I don't use it. I don't think I've ever used it. I certainly never used it about Craig. But some people say mon époux. Yeah, my spouse, mon épouse, all right, this business. Good. Lovely. All right. Good. Right. I'm going to press stop I'm recording. People, if you've been watching this, I've uploaded a load today, actually. So a load of them are going to be like, field day. A load of them have gone up. There's one in particular where Denise and Tia and Brenda and myself had a nice little walk in the countryside. I wanted to get that one online because that was quite nice. We enjoyed that. Good. Let me just press stop. People, if you've been watching at home, remember there is a Kofi link underneath. It's very much appreciated. I've switched to breakfast muffins rather than the gluten-free carrot cake, but it's all the same shit. Right, guys, just give me 1 second.